Hi, I'm Dr. Singhania from Singhania Clinic, and I'm here to talk to you about chronic stress. Stress is encountered by any living being, and it's actually a biological and psychological response that we experience when we feel threatened, when we feel we don't have the resources to deal with the situation. Stress can be of two types: the acute stress, which occurs temporarily when we are faced with a situation which we believe we have no control over, like in exams or public speaking. And then there is chronic stress. Chronic stress is repeated exposure to situations that lead to feeling excessively stressed. And this results in release of stress hormones which can cause wear and tear of our mind and body. In fact, chronic stress can lead to high blood pressure, to heart attacks, diabetes and depression. And in children, it can lead to sleep problems, it can lead to learning difficulties, memory problems, asthma, eczema, and other stress-related illnesses. So how does this occur? Why do we get affected by chronic stress? I've made this chart of the cascade of steps that occur. First, when we are exposed to a situation, we have to perceive it as stressful. That means we have to feel that we cannot cope. And this depends not only on the situation, but also on our memories, on our previous experience with a similar situation, and of course the sensory input. So once we feel it is stressful, this stimulates our hypothalamus. Now this is the part of the brain which regulates stress, a response to stress. When the hypothalamus is stimulated, it releases certain hormones or certain chemicals which then stimulate the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is also situated in the brain. In fact, it's known as the master endocrine gland. It secretes ACTH or adrenocortical hormone. Now this chemical then goes through the blood into the abdomen to the adrenal gland. These are small structures which are situated in our abdomen just above the kidneys. And there are two aspects to the gland: the central or the cortex and the medulla. The stimulation secretes or stimulates both aspects. When the medulla is stimulated, it creates the fight or flight response. It stimulates the autonomic nervous system, which then releases chemicals called adrenaline and noradrenaline, and it increases our heart rate, it increases blood circulation to the muscles. So we feel able to cope with this threatening situation either by fighting or running away. There's another part of the stimulation to stress, and that is the cortex or the central part of the pituitary gland, and this produces the cortisol or the stress hormone. In the short term, it's also helpful by regulating our blood sugar, because we need more blood sugar if we have to run or fight. And similarly, it balances salt and water. But in chronic stress, when large levels of cortisol are circulating in the blood, it can cause damage to the body. It can cause wear and tear, cause heart problems, diabetes, and obesity, particularly truncal obesity. So the middle part of abdomen is enlarged. Now, chronic stress is also experienced in childhood at many levels: in school, through bullying, learning difficulties, abusive parents, or any other such situation. Most often, the child is protected by an adult who's caring and who teaches the child to cope. But when this does not happen, and when the stress is enormous, it is known as toxic stress. And toxic stress actually changes the structure of the parts of the brain, particularly in the earlier years. And this then negatively impacts later behavior, health in teen years, in adulthood. These people may have addictions, may have difficult social relationships, and also psychiatric problems. If you're seeking help, please visit us on our website www.singhaniaclinic.com or call us on the number or email shown. Thank you.